one of the other witnesses, and but let's assume, and there was a representative of the Business Roundtable who came to see me yesterday, and he said, well, you know, one of the reasons we want this is businesses want to be able to know that there are folks out there who have this common knowledge base, and that, you know, because businesses go where the talented workforce is, and if the talented workforce is in Ethiopia, that's where the business is going to go. That was his example, not mine. And we need to make sure that our schools are giving this, producing this knowledge base, if you will. And I get that. You know, we want to make sure that kids everywhere can do a certain amount of things as best we can. But assuming that that's true, that we want to have this national standards, aren't there a lot of organizations that are better suited to do that? And for example, you know, it's probably not the accurate name, but the National Math Teachers Association can come up with standards better than whomever and whatever came up with the standards, which we don't know and we're not privy to. Aren't there already a lot of organizations that are pretty good at that and been doing it for decades?
Mr. Chairman, as I understand it, the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics was in fact involved in the development of the standards and in the commentary that was the commentary periods that were available during the course of the development of the standards. In fact, if I recall correctly, and I could check this, I think a set of frameworks that that organization developed prior to the development of the Common Core standards were used as a foundation for the Common Core standards. So I mean, your point is well made, that there are a number of other organizations that could have participated, could have taken that initiative upon themselves, and for whatever reason it felt. And again, I would also suggest that those organizations too are constituted as nonprofit private organizations. They're membership-driven organizations of teachers of mathematics, and the question would be, would those circumstances have resulted in a different set of procedural steps that were taken? And that's the speculative part of the issue.
Well, I would say, Mr. Chairman, that there's more to that story, is that a variety of these expert groups, which are absolutely at the top of their game in their disciplines, did participate and provide input into the various development of these standards. And on the back end, had an opportunity to choose whether or not to endorse them. And many, many did, including the one that Paolo referenced, and other organizations as well.